Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the For Light Podcast, a weekly show about gaming, gaming news, and all things entertainment related. My name is David. I'm your host for this evening, along with my co-hosts.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Leighton.
And I'm Aiden.
First off, I just want to say it's fantastic to have you all here. We're just going to do a little bit of housekeeping. The main thing is we are going to be taking a break during the middle of this podcast. We did this a bit for some of our older videos, but we figured we'd bring it back now, specifically because Leighton has some very important news that you're probably just going to want to stick around to and listen to while we're on the break. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, stick around. I'll be here talking
Stick
by myself alone.
Yeah,
Guys, I swear I'm interesting. But anyway.
but today we're actually going to have a pretty interesting episode because
I'm
A lot of
excited
us-
for this episode.
a lot of us are multiplayer gamers, and I myself am a single-player gamer more than anything.
Galabander.
So, for the topic of today's episode, we're going to be discussing multiplayer versus solo play and the rise of multiplayer. But let's start with our first topic here, multiplayer versus solo play. Does anyone have anything notable to say about this? Because I feel like I have some things I want to get out a little bit later.
Well, notably,
Let's start with Leighton here.
I just want to say that I'm just going to preface real quick. We can go back to you in a second. I'm just going to preface by saying I've been really sucked into a certain single-player game recently that I did not think I would be sucked into. Yeah.
God damn it.
Dude, literally, I already have, like... Okay, first off, my computer, sometimes I don't turn the game off and it idles, and it'll say, like, yeah, you have 10 extra hours that you don't actually have. I still have, like, 12 hours on Gunrunner already, and this is, what, day 5 of me having the game? I've been on kind of a single-player craze just for Gunrunner. I love it. It's amazing. I did not expect to love it, and Alex the Dev is great, and I love talking to him, but, like...
That's for a later thing.
Yeah, that's a later thing. So you can go ahead now. Also, Destiny.
Oh my god.
Actually, I do have a question for you, Leighton. So, are you primarily a multiplayer gamer?
Yes. No, yeah, I would say I'm primarily a multiplayer gamer because even before, like, you guys and hanging out with y'all, like, earlier, more at the beginning of the year, I would hang out with all my friends from Georgia and play online games, notably Roblox, because there's just a ton there.
Now, I actually have a question. In general, are multiplayer games only fun because you're with friends? Or do you find multiplayer games fun no matter if you're playing alone or with someone else?
Oh, that's hard.
My multiple hundreds of hours on both CSGO, Rainbow Six, and Destiny speak the answer.
For you, maybe.
For me.
No,
me.
so you, Aiden, you individually play.
I do play
like by yourself.
lot of multiplayer games solo and end up meeting a lot of people. I actually often get bored of single player games.
Yeah.
There are very few single player games that I don't get bored of, and all of them happen to be like story driven games. Story about my uncle, One Shot, Undertale, all those kinds of things.
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Elden
Oh my
Elden
god,
Ring.
Elden Ring.
Elden
You
Bling.
can't get bored of Elden Ring.
Because Elden Ring's fucking awesome.
But just single player games that don't interest me with either gameplay or story, just
Fall off for you.
fall off. Like Breath of the Wild, I actually struggled with, and then I got into it, and then I got really addicted to it for a while. But in the beginning, I struggled to get into it because I'm like, oh my god, there's so much here. I don't know what to do, and I'm starting to get like kind of bored.
Ethan's like, sacrilege. Sacrilege.
I get it, though.
I started Red Dead 2, and I'm like, this game's like pretty cool. I love this. Never played it again after the tutorial mission to play with you guys.
You know what's interesting? And you guys can disagree with me, absolutely, but I find it more difficult to start playing single-player games than to play a multiplayer game. Like, getting myself initially to jump onto a single-player game
It's 'cause
and,
you
like,
haven't- you-
continually do it.
Yeah, agreed. Sometimes I'll just have the itch for it. Like, I started up Hades. Like, it wasn't hard for me to start up Hades, but I started up and I just immediately got into it. I was like, this is amazing. This is really what I want to feel right now. It's how I'm feeling with Gunrunner. I was not expecting to jump into that and be so, like,
Gung-ho
wow,
about
this
it,
is
yeah.
so fun. I was not. I was not expecting that, but I would not put it past myself to play a multiplayer game solo. it is not my preferred, and often I find myself burning out much quicker on things like that. Like I can play like maybe 3 CS:GO matches before I get like I have to be
I
with
used
people.
to go like back when I used to play like only CS:GO because I was actually having like a lot of fun. I'd go like a couple comp matches in, and then I'd be like, all right, I'm done.
Well, like,
I gotta go do something else.
I mean,
now.
like, I couldn't even, like, pick it up days later. I couldn't come back to it. Like, I would do it one day, and then that would be it. Like, I've tried to play R6 by myself, Rainbow, and it just, I don't know, it doesn't work for me. I have to have that interaction with people.
Well, I would often end up interacting with people. Like CS:GO, some of my favorite memories in gaming is playing CS:GO in the middle of the night. Specifically, a lot of the times I do it with our buddy Trith. I'd be over his house and used to play CS:GO together, and we had an amazing interaction in the middle of the night playing a comp game where we were just joking around with these 3 other dudes, and we were crushing the game. Like the game was a completely one-sided victory, and it was awesome because we were just like shooting the shit with a whole bunch of other dudes, and we ended up friending them and playing a couple more games with them, and then they dropped off the face of the earth. It's kind of sad.
I've had I'm just gonna finish real quick.
Yeah, you're all good, man.
I've had that a couple of times, but always with my other friends. I'll never like. It's very difficult for me to just hop on VC by myself. Like I find.
Oh
it,
yeah, absolutely. With brand new people, definitely.
Well,
but yeah, you, Ethan, you have played a lot of multiplayer games. I mean, at least for me, I know that you've played Sea of Thieves a lot. And it's similar that you guys have like open comms and stuff like that.
Well, so yeah, no, Sea of Thieves is one of the prime examples because Sea of Thieves, I don't know. When I go back to like how I started gaming, it was with my dad, like multiplayer stuff. But like going into like, I mean, young gaming was start of Fortnite, doing that kind of like you're with your best friend or something like that. But Sea of Thieves I was with my good friend Nick, and I can't even count the amount of people we met in that game. Like we met 3 people that I will probably talk to for the rest of my life. They were
them in the game?
Yeah, 3 Canadians, and they were on a brigantine, and oh my god, this is like one of my favorite memories.
Oh, is it the French story? Is that the
no, that's a different one.
Okay.
I was there for the French one.
It was a galleon and us on a brigantine, and then another brigantine that was like way off in the distance. We didn't think much about it. We're like shooting this galleon. We're doing really well, and this brigantine starts slowly sailing into the middle of this fight, and we're like, what is going on? And then all of a sudden we hear like huge comms, don't shoot us, but they were literally sailing into the middle of the firefight. And so we like I'm telling to my friends, I'm like, well, we can't really this galleon's just gonna kill them, so just keep firing. And we literally drilled this brigantine with like probably 20 like cannonballs. And the dude on the other end like screams back, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it. And it was like we friended them and we're like, hey man, like were you guys that just went by? And they were like, yeah, no. And it like started this friendship where we like just laughed about the fact that they just like attempted to try to do something and then it completely went the other way.
Yeah.
And like we played Minecraft and GTA and all kinds of other games with these 3 people. And like I'm gonna remember these guys for like one of them, Connor. Like I still have him on Instagram. And, like, we talk pretty much every now and then. It's, like, beautiful. Multiplayer is, like, my favorite example of, like, meeting just random people that I wouldn't have talked to. And I was, like, I think 8th grade. Like, I didn't talk to many people.
Single player is how I meet new people.
I swear to God.
Like, something with that reminds me of that one time the 3 of us were playing Modern Warfare, or Warzone 2. And it was the guy with his boyfriend, where we met him like 3 times in the game because we kept killing him and he kept coming back.
Oh my god, yes.
That was back when Open Comms was actually being used.
That, like, Open Comms is just, like, such a great
It's an
thing.
amazing concept.
It's, like,
it should be
hilarious
in, like,
and
every every multiplayer game.
If I could get open comms in Destiny,
Oh my
Crucible, in Crucible, I'll be like,
Dude, the amount of shade that would be
No,
thrown.
I don't think they can do that for one reason. It's because it would turn into like
Trials of
original-
Osiris would just be.
it would turn into Modern
classic
Warfare
Black Ops
2.
2.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was
Black Ops
going to say.
classic Modern Warfare 2 chat.
Yes, it would be really bad.
Oh my god. Trials of Osiris. Stop using Immortal!
Like legitimately, it would be like one gun that everybody would pick on. And
it's currently
Stop
the
using Thorn.
Trials like weapon that you get for beating Trials, which is the Immortal. Oh
Yeah.
god, it's such a it's so broken in PvP
I think-
right now.
But
Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, yeah, no, those interactions. Some of my favorite parts of gaming is just having those random interactions with
God.
people. I just
wouldn't
find that
even
like
met Emmy.
I can't do that like by myself as often. I will be able. I can. I just if I'm like with a group of 3 dudes, like or it's just me and 2 other friends, or just me and 1 other friend, even like if it was me and Dawson, like I could go on like hop on like something. I could hop on some random game and I could be like talking to these people like because I'm with Dawson. I have somebody I know and he knows me, but we're also able to like reach out more
will
because we
say-
still bounce off each other well.
My trash talk 30 times better when 2 other of my friends
yeah.
are in the party. I don't know what it is.
It gets bad
It is like-
sometimes.
Just
it's
Nick.
like I'm
just
fueled.
Nick. It doesn't matter. It's just Nick.
just Nick.
It's like I'm fueled with like the ability to like like all my sentences flow perfectly, like the lines are perfect, but like that is like we played, oh my god, what's another one? Battlefront 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh, yep.
Like early, like probably like 3 or 4 years ago, you would play duos. It was like the 2v2 mode, and you're just like the hero people.
I love duos.
That was like probably that and like For Honor was the most times I'd get messages afterwards like you suck or like horrible blah blah blah. And but the thing is,
wonder why.
out of that like you would get like GGs and like oh my god like that was sick, like that was a crazy fight, because some of that game mode is incredible.
Yeah.
But it's like yeah, it's definitely meeting those people. But Eddie, you want to say something?
I have, like, back in junior year of high school, me surfing Bungie LFG for that one time that Emmy decided to LFG on Bungie for a 100K Nightfall, something that, like, literally you could do with fucking
Like
you
randoms.
could get not even that, you could get so many other people to do that. But just in that moment, she decided to LFG on Bungie, and I joined that damn party, and I've been in HTG ever since.
That's so cool.
That's actually sick. Like those kinds of stories are like the best thing about one of the best things about multiplayer.
I'm gonna keep it real. This may be one of the reasons I'm not a big multiplayer fan. I was always
Really?
kind of nervous to
yeah.
100%.
talk to people. So like I haven't really made those connections.
See, that was
Like-
me in the early days. Like, I bring a lot of this back to Destiny because that's where I've had the most interactions. But originally, before that interaction with Emmy, I was in one of the like big ticket clans of Destiny. Like they list clans on different websites that you can join, and like they have like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people in like a Discord server or whatever, and you can like look for groups and whatever. Someone was doing a raid. This was like a year or 2 before I actually started getting into raids and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to try a raid. I'm pretty high light at this point. I want to try a raid. So I pinged the chat like, hey, I want to do a raid. Can someone teach me? And I got a group together, and they were terrible teachers. They expected me
Like
to
you with Vault of Glass.
I had never. Hey, hey,
No, I'm
yo.
kidding. No, you're a good
The
teacher. You
zinger.
just needed the translator of Justin. Justin's translator for you.
And we still haven't completed Vault of
No,
Glass.
we
Yes,
have not.
because we've been
It's still
fighting.
been multiple days. It's been weeks.
Well, we can't get the final person. I mean, it just never.
No,
matches
we're
up
just
the
we're just
time-wise.
true.
we're just gonna fucking LFG at this point. Like, side note, I was in one of the big clans, joined the thing. I was terrified to talk. I was like a sophomore at that point, like in high school at that point.
Yeah.
So I joined the thing. I'm like, hey, Like I kind of want to raid. Can you teach me? We get through the first encounter somehow because they like 5-manned it while I killed the little cabal guys.
Good lord.
And we get to the second encounter and they start explaining it to me. And I had played Destiny completely solo up until that point, so just all of this terminology just
Way over your head.
Yeah.
That's
halfway
valid.
through after I screwed something up, which they were like, "Oh no, it's fine, but I was so embarrassed that I left the fucking chat, left the thing, and said my computer had died or like my power went out. It was
Good lord.
it was bad.
Dog.
Good lord.
Like
No.
yeah, it was quite bad. But after that, like, and I took a break from Destiny for a good while, and then I got back into it and started like, I'm like, okay, I'm bored with all the solo player content. I need to start finding people. So I just kind of forced myself to LFG and talk with people and do like Nightfalls and all sorts of stuff. And it was mostly just Nightfalls because those are the ones that I farmed a lot.
Yeah.
But then I started doing raids, and then I've met a whole lot of really cool people.
Yeah.
Now,
Well-
what does everyone think about solo play, though? But, I mean, before we move on, anyone have any wrapping up things that I want to say about multiplayer?
Well, I just want to say
My Gallimander brothers.
your
Multiplayer is
apprehension
superior.
your apprehension to talking and the reason why you probably didn't get into multiplayer gaming is the exact reason why I have to have friends to talk to people that are just like
No,
randoms.
no, I mean, honestly, truthfully, every time I play multiplayer, it's really got to be with friends. Unless I'm
has to be.
doing it just by myself with no conversation. Like,
That's
for,
yeah, like if I'm like focused, I'm
for
okay.
Fortnite, I basically only play singles if I'm playing by myself.
That's probably why I didn't get very much into Fortnite is because I would be playing solos. I wouldn't really be playing with friends.
Yeah, well, I play solos, and
only
I'd feel
play
great
Fortnite with friends.
because in that sense, it feels like a single player game.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's
wonder-
that's valid. That's valid.
And that's the thing is like Fortnite. I can do one match as soon as I lose, and
It's
I'm
done.
by myself. And I'm over. I'm like
It's
doing
done.
something like I moved to something like, and I mean this kind of goes into solo play, but like the past like 3 games that I've played solo, like 4 all the way through, was Sekiro and Elden Ring.
You were playing Sekiro recently.
I
Yeah,
just
like-
turned
like
it back on
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he lost.
Literally, like a couple hours
Because
ago.
Trith texted me like, "Yes, play Sekiro," and I'm like, "It's not me."
But
Because it shows up on my Discord.
oh yeah.
I just want to mention really quick. My little sister is watching us in the chat right now, and she texted me that the reason she hates playing multiplayer is because she was playing Call of Duty with me multiplayer, and she
What
said,
did you say to her?
"No, I didn't say anything. I just kicked her ass." I mean, she sucks.
I will be fully real with my first ever relationship that they were just like, hey, I want to play some Black Ops 3. I'm just like, okay, I'm a little new to this. I pick up the controller.
And decimate.
What?
It was absolute decimation. There was
Oh my God.
nothing.
That
It was,
might be why my dad doesn't play multiplayer games. I legitimately... Oh my god! I just unlocked a memory in my brain. We would play Madden. Oh my god. We would play Madden, and he played for like probably 2 weeks straight. Like we would log on, we'd play, and it was like a ton of fun. I started about a week in getting very, very good. I'm like 12 right now. And he was like, he's been playing video games his entire life. I'm 12 and started to beat him. And I remember the final game. Holy cow, I can't remember, like, this memory just... I remember him dropping the controller and going, I'm done. And looking at my mom and going, you can play with him. I'm not playing with him.
I'm going to keep it real. Just certain video games are
Oh
just
my
not
God.
for certain people.
You
like,
just-
Mario Kart. That was
I
like...
love
I would kick
I,
ass.
yeah.
I
Your mom-
grew
See,
up on Mario Kart
I
and
never-
like, brother, let me fucking talk. But like I grew up on Mario Kart and I was playing with my father. Like we got a Wii like like a week after it dropped, and we were so excited. We played Mario
wheel.
Kart. My mother is still traumatized.
To this
Like,
day.
every once in a while, I'll be like, "Hey, we have Mario Kart 8. Would you want to play?" And she says, "That game's awful. That game's so bad. Why would you ever want to play that game?" And I'm like,
I never lost.
Do you guys
That's
remember the
thing.
Wii wheels?
Yes.
Yes,
With the
I
white
have.
wheels?
I think I still have those.
oh yeah.
I remember my mom and dad came home with the 2 wheels and gave them to me because I'd been talking about Mario Kart like for ages.
We got
And-
the whole Wii package.
Yeah,
of
no,
those.
like the box.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
They came home and they took them out of the package and gave them to me, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And I started like thinking that it was like a normal, like I could use that without the controller.
Yeah.
But like those were awesome.
Those were the greatest.
They were
cool.
sick. They
I
were
Oh my
gilded my
God.
license in Mario Kart.
Same
Wii.
with me.
It was, oh my god! I never lost Mario Kart like against my family.
I don't
But
think I
that
had
unlocks
Mario
a different
Kart long
memory
enough.
of the opposite. Which so I have my dad has cousins who are much younger than him. They're like, at the time they would probably be like 26, and I was like 12 ish. And I had just started playing like Halo and stuff.
Yeah.
Like playing through Halo 4. I'd played through a little bit of Halo CE and stuff, and I'd gotten all the Halo games. So I was playing through them all, and I thought I was hot shit. Like I thought I was actually like decent at the game, and like playing I played like multiplayer Halo 4 online and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm like actually pretty good. I'd get like a couple kills and whatnot, and like whatever. And so I'm like, oh, my cousin, you play Halo? You want to play Halo against me? And then, so he's just like, no. And I'm like, oh, come on, play Halo,
And,
play Halo.
yeah,
So we,
I can see where this is going.
we boot up Halo 2. Holy shit! I got my ass.
Yeah.
Kicked.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. One of the reasons I honestly like, for me personally, I'm still a solo player gamer.
Yeah.
To this day, I love it. I love being with friends, but it also takes more energy for me to play a multiplayer game with friends than it does to play a solo game by myself.
See, I'm the opposite.
Because I feel like I feel like I do like to crack jokes when we play multiplayer, and I like to definitely be like I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to video games. Like
Yeah.
I call out things the best I can. I'm upset if I like miss a kill or something like
Yeah.
that. Like I am a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to that. So
this is why
it's
you're
interesting.
running
Shut the fuck up.
True.
But like my father, he is a big multiplayer gamer, notably when it comes to World of Warcraft. Like he legit. I remember him doing like he was playing with giant guilds of people.
Yeah.
Like he pulled up on like. Honestly, I was like 15 or so when he pulled up an old video he did from a boss battle like
Wow.
12 years earlier when I was like 3 years old.
Holy
And there's like
That's nuts.
30 people doing this thing, all moving in unison. And I'm like, this is actually kind
That
of
is-
fucking
Yeah, no,
sick.
That's sick.
Us struggling with 6-person raids.
Oh, imagine a 20-person like
Dude,
raid.
legitimately, World of Warcraft was that type of thing. Like,
That's insane.
I mean, that's why, like, I mean, you hear, why can't I think of his name? The dude who
Wow.
rushed in.
Leroy!
Yeah, Leroy Jenkins.
Jenkins.
That's the joke.
That's
Because
classic.
Because the whole thing is they're at like the end of a 3-hour long thing. They're talking about like percentages of how much damage they're gonna deal, how lucky they're gonna have to get, like, and all these people are just waiting around while the guy's pulling up these statistics, and the dude just goes, "Fuck it, Leroy Jenkins," and runs in and starts the battle, and they just go, no fucking way he just did that. Like, he just ran in.
You're like, shit! All this preparation. It's funny as
And
shit.
then they end up getting killed. Like, absolutely demolished.
Yeah.
But
No, but I would say as far I'm like, probably, if I were to guess, I'd probably say it's between Ethan and I being the most actually, no. I would say I'm probably the most balanced when it comes to like my like how long I can play something between multiplayer and single player. Like if you were to split the two up and say how long can you play a single player game for, how long can you play a multiplayer game for, and how much enjoyment are you going to get out of it, I would probably say, if I were to guess, I'm probably the most balanced.
I can sway a lot though. Like
This is
again,
true.
Sea of Thieves.
No.
I have a background of being online for way too
see,
long. Kind
on
of
the-
Like
on
by
the-
yourself?
On the flip side
no,
of
with
that,
other people.
Well, that's what
I
I'm
guess,
saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
on the
Alright.
flip side of that, I'm a very multiplayer centric person, and yet I played Elden Ring for 7 hours straight.
Okay,
over
well,
Final
I would say there are exceptions because
Yeah.
Elden Ring is like a fucking amazing game.
Well, of course there are
So-
exceptions. Like for me, when I used to play like comp Overwatch in like the olden
Yeah.
days, like that's not generally me.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like,
saying. Like, generally, I would say I'm probably the most balanced among us. As
We can't say that anymore. can
Among
we?
Us? Like, what's Among Us?
Bro, that's a
I
good
love that
multiplayer game.
I love that
That's
game.
like a really good multiplayer game.
okay, but like actually, no, seriously,
God.
Among Us is so fucking fun. You get a group of friends going
no,
on
you
Among
get
Us.
a group of
You
friends.
get a,
Like
you
good
get a
dudes.
good-sized group of friends doing there who's ready to like absolutely betray the shit out of
Bro.
each other.
Have a bunch of fucking fun.
It's
It
a
is fun.
ridiculously
Just
fun
don't
game.
play Town of Salem with new people. That's
Oh my!
I played for 5 minutes. I got killed because of this fuck, and I uninstalled. I refunded, uninstalled. I'm like Joey, our friend, was trying to get us to play Town of Salem. I played it. I'm like, this game fucking sucks. I'm done. I'm done.
Too
I'm
many
done.
menus.
So-
There's too many menus.
It's like watching a fucking ad block.
For a little bit of background,
It's like one of those sites that you get directed to when you try and download like mods on Minecraft.
It's bad. I'm sorry,
I
Joey.
got picked as the Godfather role, which is the killer. And so basically you choose out of the list of people, like, hey, I want all of my minions to put a hit on this person. And then you kill them, and then the night resets and blah, blah, blah. I literally was like, just straight off, like, I could have gone for some, like, random dude. No, I looked through the roles and went, oh, there's Fate.
he fucking got me. I saw the notification. An attempt was made on your life last night, but I was in the fucking prison because the jailer was interrogating me, and the jailer was a random dude I had never played before. I'm like, I was like, I don't know. I'm innocent. I don't know how to prove myself. And he's like, okay. The random guy comes up. He's like, yeah, it's Fate, guys. I'm like, this is... And I got voted off and
Also,
hanged.
hey.
I was done.
That random guy was me.
The jailer?
No.
I fucking...
because no.
I
I
put
swapped.
in
No. I swapped your role. I think.
Yeah, I
I
put
was
a
the guy who
notification
swapped
into the
his
thing,
thing.
and went, Fate is bad. Fate is
And I
the
swapped
killer.
the Godfather with one of the random people's roles.
I am never playing Town of Salem ever again. I'm sorry, Joey. I'm sorry. But because of these fucks.
The thing looks like a walking ad. There's so many damn
so
menus.
Okay,
It's
it's
so
it's
bad.
honestly, it seems like it'd be fun, but it's way too complicated to get into. Like,
Oh my God,
I feel like
it's so
I feel like there
complicated.
should be like a learning curve. Like they have like this is one role. It's like
It looks like
werewolf. They do start it like a werewolf thing. Like they explain what each player does.
It's like a combination of the RuneScape menus and
Like Wizard 101.
yeah, Wizard 101, and then
it's
a
like
fucking
it's
Among
like
Us
you're
game.
it's like you're playing Among Us, but with MMO menus.
It was...
it's real bad.
It's so complicated.
I think
so bad.
half the reason I got so angry about it at the moment was because we literally spent like 30 minutes in the menu
ready.
trying to set up a private
Holy
match,
shit,
which,
dude.
by the way, you cannot set up a private match in Town of Salem. Why not?
too much server space for a game.
Bro,
with
Did you
like 10
end up getting your
players.
money back or no?
Yes, I did
Okay.
because I was like, no, I'm done.
That's
I'm done.
good.
It was like not much, but
Honestly, I might
couldn't-
see
It's
if I can
$5,
refund.
yeah.
I should as well.
I can't. I
I
couldn't.
don't know that you can
'Cause
because
it-
it's been a bit.
It's been a while.
It's
yeah.
it's been too long.
Ugh,
I've been
couldn't
singing
do
this
it.
stupid song.
I'm
Bro.
sorry.
Oh,
Brother.
No.
No. We're not gonna bring up that night again.
Oh, they who shall not be
But
named.
No,
let's
not.
let's
name those
move on
includes.
really quick to solo play and
Let's.
the benefits of solo play.
Yes.
I mean, let's just touch on it before we move to our second topic here.
Because we have talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
I can start it. Like, solo play for me, whether or not it's games that I've played recently or it's games, I mean, even like
Oh my
Jedi, actually, it kind of rolls into achievements. The reason why I play a lot of solo games is because of the achievement hunting aspect. And like
Yeah,
Jedi Fallen Order, I played because one, I love Star Wars, but also my friend Caleb bought it at the same time, and we literally played it at the exact same time, and it was a race of who could beat the game first or get through the game first.
Yeah.
And that game's
We still
Well,
need
like,
to do that with
magic.
Bro.
Magic.
We were talking about that, how like we were both put in like with crit rate at PAX. Shout out to them because they did a really good job with their
Amazing
stuff.
job. Actually, like their sorting was so accurate.
It was like
surprising.
on point. I was not expecting that, but we were even talking about that. Like even among we both got Bravadir, which is like the competitive multiplayer ish.
Sorry.
Swear to God, but like we were talking about that, how even between us both having the Bravadir like selection, how we both are like different. We play differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were talking about that in the last episode, how you're more of the achievement hunter and I'm more of the I'm bettering myself, which kind of I guess that really ties into like why I like a lot of the single player games I like, because a lot of the single player games I like Dark Souls. I absolutely love Dark Souls 3. It's just one of my most favorites, and I think it's because there was that challenge there. Like I'm going to put the game on hard mode because that's how I want to do it. I beat, I know it's not exactly an achievement, but I beat Modern Warfare 2, the original, on realistic difficulty, like the whole campaign, and because it was fun for me, because I wanted to like get better, and I would make slow progress, but I got it done in the end, right?
I tried
So-
beating Halo 2 on Legendary with a friend of mine.
Oh, I managed. I was
That's
doing
awful.
I was doing CE on Legendary.
Oh, we beat CE on Legendary. Or might have been Reach.
I was doing one of them on Legendary.
I
It
think
could have been
No,
Reach.
it was probably Reach for me.
But yeah, I was like doing that by myself. I don't know. That's just how I am. But yeah, you were saying, Ethan.
I just want to add something really quick. If you guys are interested in finding out what your gamer house would be, just go ahead and go to critrate.io.com.
Yeah,
just critrate.io. My bad.
I know we have no communication with these guys, but literally they did such a good job. Like just shouting them out.
They deserve at least a little shout out.
Yeah, no, that was awesome.
They did a really good job.
But you were saying.
I don't know. I was just looking at the crit rate site as well, and like, I honestly, if you guys should go take the quiz. That's a side thing, but like it really, if you're into video games and stuff and want to know, they also give you like the recommended game of the day, and so like
For your house, yeah.
Actually, by the way, really quick, I'm looking at my stats right now. I am 1 point away from being Galabander, and I am like 4 points away from being Evangelist. Vantagalist? Vantagist?
Yeah, they do have a few interesting names for their houses and stuff.
And also, I'm finding it interesting here because I feel like I am pretty much a solo. I feel like you guys can agree. I'm pretty much more a solo gamer than
I would
anything. But I actually was put as more enjoying multiplayer rather than solo games.
Really?
And I think that might be the way that I answered, and maybe I was feeling like extra like friendly because we were just right there.
Yeah,
at PAX
we were
that day.
together. Yeah.
I just did finish like they have 3 things that they put up, and it's Bravadir's choice, or so your house's choice of the day, which ours is Resident Evil 4, which that is a game I am real interested into playing.
I do
God of
want
War
to.
Ragnarok
I do want to
currently.
play.
What we're
Resident
all
Evil.
playing is Hogwarts Legacy.
Cody's on there, though.
Hogwarts Legacy, and then the what we're all excited for is Diablo 5. 6? 4.
Four.
Brother.
I just went through every single number, finished on 4. It's fine. I got there.
Yeah, at least you didn't. At least you
I've
didn't
got-
say
I've
3.
got the
That one's
same-
out.
I got the same stuff: Resident Evil 4, Hogwarts Legacy, and then mine's Jedi Survivor.
Mine was
Dude,
Resident
Jedi
Evil
Survivor.
4, Bayonetta Origins, Legend of Heroes. Like I've never heard a lot of these. Before.
My house top
Bayonetta
picks
Origins.
are God of War Ragnarok, weirdly, Resident Evil 4, also weirdly for the multiplayer house, Metroid Prime remastered, and then Kirby.
Makes sense. I can see it.
Interesting. But yeah, no, like fading back like out of
walk
crit
the
rate and
restaurant.
stuff.
Go.
Just single player games in general. It is always. This is true for a lot of things in my life, like my homework. It's always a battle for me to start something, but once I start it, I get going. So with single player games, I find myself in like a mood sometimes to just go ahead and like turn it on and start playing. Like Dark Souls, I'll be like, you know what? I want to play Dark Souls today. I'll like throw it on and I'll enjoy myself and I'll get into it for a bit.
I mean, seriously, I don't know what it is. I really feel solo games is where I really find my enjoyment. Playing a game straight, like just starting out, like why can't I remember the name right now? One Shot.
There's an achievement for that.
Yeah, I probably got that one. But I get on there and I just play it all the way through. It was like a 4-hour game, and I'm like, I have 4 hours to burn today. I had more than 4 hours to burn that day, and I just said, I'm gonna play this. And I played it, and I was really impressed. Like, it's fantastic. That's kind of the experience I love doing that. That's what I experienced with Undertale.
I agree with that. I totally understand that like feeling of like just jump in and like it's like binging a show, like rather than like waiting for like a stream to come out, like just going through a full show in a day. Anime does this well with their like 12 episode formats, like the smaller ones.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because you can just binge through the whole show and like enjoy the thing. Like if you have enough time to burn.
Like man, a Kami ga Kill. That thing is like some of the most
I watched
impactful media
that
like
entire
ever.
thing in like one sitting.
Man,
Exactly,
went through
that's what
a
we're saying.
roller coaster of emotion.
Like-
I watched all of Toradora in one sitting. Sorry, Trith.
Good lord.
Sorry, Triv.
I watched it on his birthday sleepover
Oh,
for 12 hours straight.
brother.
Oh my
It's 20
God.
it's 25 episodes, 20 minutes ish per episode if you take out the theme and ending songs.
Goodness.
So I think it's about time to move to our next topic. And starting this part of the episode, I just want to bring up the aspect of the rise of multiplayer gamers. According to a few sources, a few actually research papers, multiplayer gaming has actually been rising rapidly recently among
Really?
younger generations.
Actually, that makes sense.
It does make sense. I mean, in the past 30 years, it's grown, and this might not seem like a whole ton, but the preferred method of gaming has risen 20% towards multiplayer in the past 30 years, which honestly shows a tremendous shift in what people are kind of doing with their lives.
No, actually, because that just shows that the video game community as a whole is rapidly growing, which I think is really cool.
I do think like it comes in like I don't know like little kids. It's more apt to play whatever's being talked about at school. Like
Yeah.
I'm not. Oh guys, do you hear about this crazy game called Elden Ring? Oh my god, let's go home and
No, it's
like,
Fortnite.
Example.
I
It's
mean,
like, I know
truthfully-
I would like they're gonna go and like. Guys, Fortnite? Do you guys know about Fortnite? Oh, you guys
No.
want to log on and play Minecraft together?
You guys want to log on and play
I went in the
Roblox together?
opposite direction.
And honestly,
I thought you were saying that they were not talking about Elden Ring.
They aren't.
They aren't really.
They're gonna talk
Younger
about other
kids are
things.
not gonna talk about Elden Ring.
Yeah, like
That game is incredibly hard. Almost 50% of the player base has not made it past Market.
This is true.
So
I have not made it past
Where do you
Market.
think those
'Cause
numbers
you uninstalled
come
it.
from?
No, but like actually, I really think that you're like 100% correct. People are gonna start focusing more on, or at least kids are gonna really. It's getting ingrained in like younger generations to play games with each other, like play video games, which is I think pretty cool because it. I mean, I don't know what like the implications of that are for them like as adults, but I think it's pretty cool in that like you know, you get a good community going for stuff.
so honestly, I think it is like, I mean, this is a phrase that I am coining right now, but the de-nerdification of like nerds. Like, it's not seen as a bad thing anymore to be a nerd, to like video games, to like D&D.
I'll be
Like,
honest, it hasn't for a while. I mean, Henry Cavill is a great example.
Oh my
A
god,
big,
Henry.
a big, like, huge, famous actor comes out and says, "Yeah, I am a giant nerd. I play Warhammer intensely."
Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill,
Hollywood
when the
has,
director
like-
of the 40K movie, doesn't have at least a 2,000 point army.
there's like
Like with The Witcher. I mean,
I
like,
don't even know what that
Hollywood
means.
has a big thing about D&D right now. Like a lot of celebrities play D&D together. Like there's D&D groups. I mean, there's a D&D movie that just came out. Like,
Wait, it came
it's-
out?
yeah.
it's
Oh
been
my
out for,
god, we
like,
gotta go see
Justin
it.
went and
couple
watched
days
it. He
or
said it
so,
was great.
or a week
We gotta
ago.
go see it.
And it is like that kind of stuff is being brought back, and like I think when it comes to multiplayer, at least, it is like I don't know. I like not necessarily like COD. I mean, COD was a pretty good example of like general multiplayer games, but like the younger generation is gonna pick up stuff that's more attentive to their like play style, which is stuff
and their
like Fortnite.
lives too.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I mean, also when you take into account social media and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
People are wanting to be more social over the internet. So when people are thinking about sociability, they really are seeing more so, oh, well, I talk to my friends regularly over the phone, so why not just put
Play a
them
game.
onto a Discord call and let's play a game together.
Discord was an integral part of my childhood, or not childhood, but like high school years. Seriously, if it was not for Discord, I probably would not be in contact with my friends from Georgia, because I made an incredible friend group while I was living down there, and like those guys, it was all of us playing games together when I moved up here, and all of us playing games together through Discord, like playing stupid games just regularly. And if I hadn't had that contact, it wouldn't have been like, my high school would have been a completely different experience, which I really appreciate. We played D&D many times over Discord. I have had like 3 campaigns over Discord, which was sick.
Before coming here, I played D&D only over Discord.
Yeah, like literally, Discord was.
Man, really?
I remember being introduced to it by my friends and being like, "This thing is stupid," and then, yeah, it's like ingrained in me now.
Yeah, no, it's like, oh, this thing is dumb, and then it's just like, oh,
Another app I have
would you
to
like,
use.
would you like me to explain my entire Dungeons and Dragons character?
Yeah, exactly. Stick it all through a DM chat to one of my friends.
I only picked up on Discord like the start of this year.
Really?
It's yeah, no,
No,
he's
honestly-
he's never had a PC.
No,
Like a
no,
serious
that's
PC,
right.
at
Because
least.
it's very integral to PC.
I do enjoy it though. It's
You know,
now it's on
I'll keep it
PlayStation
very
now, so
real
it's-
too. Like I oftentimes, like I didn't really use. I had no reason to use Discord until like honestly 2020. Like when the pandemic hit, that's when I started using Discord. And I don't even. I said you honest like 27 times in a row. I didn't use. I don't continue to use Discord much because I still think that I can get sucked into it too much, too fast. I think of it honestly as a form of social media.
Yeah.
And
kind of.
I mean, it's on that. Yeah, it's definitely on that edge there.
Yeah, no,
but
it's like
It really is.
It's on
like
that edge of being like a texting app versus social media, and it doesn't quite know what it wants to be, and it fits that niche so perfectly.
But anyway, continuing.
I mean, yeah. Continuing on, the rise of multiplayer is huge. I think we see it in the games that we're playing too, right? So like,
Everything and their mother has a friggin' multiplayer mode now.
yeah. Do you
Not enough LAN
jump on that,
modes.
Ethan, for a little bit?
Oh my god!
Like
not
talking
enough
about
couch play. That's something we
multiplayer
need
being
to
more
talk about.
popular.
We need to
Yeah,
talk about
I mean-
couch play too.
Yep.
Yeah, the death
I
of
think-
couch play too.
how like it doesn't. There wasn't really a shift for me in multiplayer, other than just like accessibility of where I had a console that I could play. And then, actually, for a really long time, I had Xbox, but I didn't have Xbox Live. And when I got
Yeah.
Xbox
Wow,
Live,
really?
that opened me up to, holy crap, there's an entire other world, and I can
Oh,
play
yeah.
so many video games. Oh my god.
That's something I have. This is why I think. I mean, this is like one of the main reasons why I think PC gaming is just superior to console
don't
gaming.
have to pay
It's because
to
you don't have to
play
pay
with
for a
other
stupid
people.
fucking subscription for like Xbox Gold or
Honestly,
for
though,
PlayStation Live.
Kind of fair.
I mean,
get it.
It's
I
so
get it.
annoying.
I get it, but it's also like a lot of those. I mean, at least Gold allows you online play, but it is like you're using their console specifically. Like a PC, you can get any type of brand, and you're going through and you're just accessing Steam.
Yeah,
and you're accessing
but there's
the
still
internet.
Yeah, but it's
but they're
it
still
is a
getting console sales.
it is a paywall.
Console sales is not what they thrive from, though.
It
They
is a
thrive from
paywall.
Their own games and Game Pass, for example. Like Game Pass,
Game
I'm
Pass is-
fully okay with that being a subscription. They're giving you
Game
access
Pass
to
is a-
200 plus
is a
Yes,
games
but-
every
that's
single month.
different.
And they're all
Game Pass
content.
is not the same as I'm talking about just being allowed to play online games with others. Like I cannot.
Yeah.
I own For Honor. And I cannot play with other people. I cannot play For Honor unless I buy a gold subscription. That really bothers me. It's a paywall that really cuts down on accessibility for people.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna look up why they do it, but like
They do it because they want money.
Yeah, I know, and I get it. It has to do
Yeah,
with the history of console gaming versus PC gaming and how PC parts were all these million different companies. I mean, yeah, there's the Windows OS, but Windows isn't going to make you pay for a paywall for stuff
I
except
think
to buy Windows.
There is a difference of like Steam doesn't own your computer kind of thing.
Yeah.
But versus like Microsoft and Xbox, they own they have owned my console, built my console for me.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like
Interesting.
I mean, there are pre-built PC companies.
I'm saying
They
like
don't, like
Destiny
have
2.
the same thing,
For
though.
example, if you were to play Destiny 2, you're not allowed to play Crucible. You're not allowed to play anything except the story unless you pay for a subscription. It's like take Warzone and flip it. Instead of like you get the base game, but then you have to pay for the multiplayer. Like,
And I get that, and like I don't know, like
yeah, it's a system, but I think it should be accessible. But
Right.
then again,
I
don't wanna say
do
anything,
for
right?
so it comes down honestly to money. I think also like if you're paying $15 for gold and ultimate, that's a already assumption kind of high, but still.
Well,
you're
I
getting,
mean,
like,
that makes
200
sense.
plus games.
You're getting access to a lot
Yeah,
of games. That's
versus
fine.
like a $9 subscription for 3 months of gold. That's like, oh, that's not bad. Versus PlayStation, which is like $20 for 2 weeks, and you get like a certain. I'm exaggerating.
Yeah,
a
no.
crap ton. But like
get it.
PlayStation has a pretty high thing for just their online thing.
I can tell which game system he likes more.
You know what? True. Yeah, and I'm gonna be out with it.
Unironically,
they
fucking Xbox is just better.
because PlayStation also their like
PlayStation has
ultimate
cool
thing,
games, but it doesn't
their
carry.
Game Pass thing, you have to pay an extra thing to even get the games too. Like it's not just like Xbox where Xbox is like, okay, you got Game Pass, have them like play, and they're always going to be updating and cycling. PlayStation is like you buy the subscription and then there's multiple other things that are added on, and it's like so extra. I don't like it.
It's
You were gonna
so
say-
extra.
Yeah, Xbox is superior because they're doing more like in just the console space. They're doing more things for accessibility than Sony is.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Like the reason PlayStation was so accessible is because of its exclusive games, and now
And I hate that.
and yeah
Ugh.
no and now that the exclusive games are either on PC, on Xbox, or just aren't coming
Yeah.
out, or aren't even popular enough to carry it like it used to. It's just on a downward spiral.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is it's all about the history of the money. Like, where is the money coming from? Like, where is Sony getting the brunt of its money? Is it getting it from its tech? No, it's getting it from like
The
PC
exclusive.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
exclusives and
absolutely.
subscriptions and stuff like that. Xbox, on the other hand, I think it does make a good portion of money from that, and maybe it is their highest selling, but they can make money off of other things, like much better than Sony has in the past. Like, Xbox is just owned by the Microsoft Corporation to begin with, and Microsoft is massive. Microsoft is huge.
Yep.
They make a ton of money
Yep.
out of like anything, which probably makes it why they can make it more accessible for like Game Pass and stuff.
From what like I'm reading, it is so Xbox for a long time ran a like net loss with console sales, and then it's also like servers and bandwidth that they use to provide the online service cost them money.
That's true.
And so it's like it's the small fee on the added end of if you would like to access these servers that we're paying for, you're gonna have to give a little bit. It
That's
would
bad.
be excessive if they were like, yeah, give me like $100 like every 3 months, 4 months, because I mean we've seen with the PSVR 2, it's like $600 for a console
With
that you
no
need-
games.
Yeah, that you need the PlayStation to run on. So you need like $1,000 just to play.
With
that's
no games.
yes.
Except for
No.
Demeo. Demeo's on there. Shout
Yeah.
out to Demeo. Demeo's awesome.
But like,
Yeah, actually, that is a game we have been checking out recently. Like, did you get it?
I haven't yet.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't have money.
You have to let me play Beat Saber.
Also true. I think I put it away. It's over.
Dude,
anyways.
seriously though,
I love Beat Saber.
Beat Saber. Oh my god.
But like seriously, just I don't know. Again, it's all about the history. Like PC parts, again, they don't. Yeah, 5 different companies can own your PC technically. Not own, but they can like supply the pieces.
Yeah, they supply the pieces.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, like, the computer we're working on building for Leighton right now, I gave him different manufactured RAM.
Working. It's taking
Different
time.
manufactured. We have different manufactured case, different manufactured storage. Like every single part I think we have for your
It is
PC so
different.
far is a different manufacturer.
Yeah. Oh, and seriously, guys, I really do appreciate helping me out with that because I've never been able to get into that kind of thing to begin with. But
Bro, that's the way you do it. Like you collect pieces over time.
but literally,
I want to build a PC at some point.
Yeah, I need to. My
It's
my
adult
Alienware.
Legos.
I love my Alienware, but it's a piece of shit.
It is.
The Alpha 2, it got discontinued a year after I had gotten it. Bad move on my part, but it works for what it is. It's been running for 7 years now. I'm genuinely happy with it.
No, I'm glad that it works the.
It just
way
doesn't run
does.
Elden Ring.
I mean, it just.
It just doesn't run Elden Ring.
It has laptop RAM.
Also, I'm
That's why I
terrified
bought
when
an
you.
Xbox.
I'm terrified when you're able to run Elden Ring. Your
I
life,
will-
you're
will.
just not
No.
going to.
Oh, you
see
think
your
I'm
life.
bad now?
Next year it's gonna be like, hey Leighton, we gotta go get to the podcast. I can't. I'm doing an intelligence run.
So I will
What
say
game
though,
plus are you on? What's
Too many.
What's
Too many.
the number after 17?
I will say that it's definitely more accessible to run multiplayer stuff on a console than it is a PC because simply in the fact that
Interesting.
building a PC or buying a pre-built PC is probably harder to earn
Honestly,
for than a console.
I mean, you can get what is it right now? Like an Xbox Series X is like 350, 300.
No, it's
It's
500,
500, but
So if you get a
still.
$600 computer, it will most likely run equal to, if not better than.
no.
Brother, you cannot say no. It will.
wait,
Like with current prices, yes, it will. You
a
can't
$600
disagree.
like pre-built?
Yeah,
No,
Brother,
You get
I
like
mean-
with the $600 pre-built, you get like an i3, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and maybe like
'Cause I
something
looked through
below
before I
a
did
1000
consoles.
series.
I don't know, maybe in like the year since I bought my Xbox Series X, but they were like, it's like buying a pre-built is always not the way to go because of like preferability and
Absolutely.
stuff
Oh
like that.
yeah, no, I will say there's a whole debate on pre-builts versus building your own
Pre-builts they
computer.
cheap out
building
on a
your
lot
own
of
computer.
things that like they go heavily into graphics card, CPU, and like RAM.
Yes,
and then
but you
cheap
need
out
a-
on everything else.
But you need a good fucking case so it doesn't burn up. you
also
don't want your
burn
computer to
up or
die.
not run correctly because they cheap out on the power supply.
Yeah.
but I do have one thing to say as well. You can upgrade that. You
That's
are
true.
stuck
Yeah.
with your Xbox.
Although there's a line for that. I cannot upgrade my fucking computer.
Well, because you chose one that's a literal square. It is
I did
literally it is half the size of my computer. You cannot because
I chose the Steam machine.
with specialty things like that. You just can't.
Yeah, that was my fault. You know, it was a Christmas gift.
But like my guy,
I was a dumbass and told my parents to get that one and not the desktop.
I mean, you can buy a pre-built. I mean, honestly,
It's also extra stuff though, but like
and you don't have to pay for
monitor-
subscriptions.
You don't.
True, but it's also like I don't know. The monitor and all of the added amenities versus like I buy a $500 like it's also $499. It's not $600.
You need a
It's
TV.
$499.
You need a TV to run
Okay.
Xbox.
That's slightly better than I expected.
Like I mean, I guess
Yeah,
sure,
you either buy a
but, like,
monitor or a TV. I mean,
a TV is going to be more accessible than a monitor to get. Versus like
how so?
so, I mean, if you're in a family house, for example, you plug the probability of having a monitor screen for your computer just lying around that the entire family uses versus like a home theater TV that you
Now-
can plug your Xbox in and sit in the home theater.
This is my
or
argument,
the living
then.
room or something like that.
This is my argument then. Xbox and consoles like that aren't meant for gamers. They aren't meant for people who are like full on super into gaming. Unless I mean you can customize your Xbox, you can do yes, but they're more for family play. Like as you're saying, because I'm not gonna go into my computer. I'm not gonna set up my computer for my TV. I totally could, 100%.
But how would
I would, dude. Big ol' TV, my little PC running on it.
I think like I don't necessarily agree with that though because it is like it's more maybe the casual is what you're getting at, like the casual.
Oh yeah,
experience.
absolutely.
But it's not necessarily family play because it's like
Okay, maybe casual.
Yeah,
You're,
I would
you're,
say
yeah, if
my-
you're gonna play comp Overwatch, that's not really family play.
Well, I mean, you even playing like comp Overwatch on Xbox is a completely different thing than playing it on PC.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
no.
I mean,
Lord,
when
it's
like
so
you talk
different.
about
Keyboard,
PC
mouse.
lobbies, like PC lobbies are like there is a skill level that increases drastically when you get to those.
I would say it does. I would say it does kind of
No,
feed into
it
the
does.
casual versus the
I mean,
competitive
I've
play.
played both though, and it's based off of, so okay, and this is a completely other topic, but it's based off of like your aim and stuff like that, and so you go into a PC lobby, and a lot of people are like, if you're a console player, it's like, oh, you're going into a PC lobby, good luck, like because you get taken away those extra the extra added amenities to make it so that, I mean, it's in general harder to play on a console. Because you have to know the exact times when to stop, the dead space into which to turn back on like a controller or something
Yeah.
like that. And I think like, what was it?
Sorry.
I think playing though with a controller versus going home and being like added into a PC lobby. I think there's so many other games that are like completely different, varied, like what's it called? Like skill wise.
I will say though that for the longest time, I had better aim on a controller than I did on a mouse. Keyboard
I
mouse.
still to this day prefer mouse and keyboard, even though I'm not bad on on controller.
I'm saying for the longest time. Now I'm much better at keyboard and mouse. Like,
I mean,
obviously.
you said it
but
as
like,
well, like
Destiny, I mean.
there are certain characters on Overwatch that you feel like, how the hell do you even do that? Or it's like,
No, I don't on Overwatch. There are on controller, like Genji, could never even touch it on freaking controller. Keyboard and mouse with a little bit of practice, I'd be fine. But like Sojourn, I can't play on controller because my fingers just don't do that. Soldier 76 is fine because he doesn't go flying all over the place. Like Bastion is my bread and butter on console because he's just, I'm big and tanky and I spray and pray.
I also am going to keep it real. I mean, Xbox is better, I mean, truthfully, for, like, casual gameplay. Like, if you want
consoles
casual gameplay, I think consoles are
meant
where
for the
you go.
casuals.
However,
Which
if
is
you
not a
really
bad
want to
thing.
get into gaming, you go PC. You can play with a controller on a PC.
that's true.
But, like, for me, for example, like, if I play a parkour game, like, even, like, Metroidvanias, I always play controller. That is just
I will.
the best way to go.
I play Gunrunner
platformers,
with my controller.
But like every
Platformers
higher
controller.
end level of gaming, whether it be multiplayer, whether it be speedrunning, they all use keyboard mouse because it is.
I don't know, man. Gunrunner, I'm kicking
No, I
ass
mean,
in some
seriously,
first place spots
Hollow
with a
Knight,
controller.
Celeste, every single thing they
but like
use keyboard
stuff
mouse.
like Rocket League or high-end Destiny stuff, like Rocket League is almost all controller.
No, that's fair.
and that's like
high-end
the highest esports
high-end Destiny
game.
always
period.
keyboard mouse.
Incorrect.
That's they have.
League of Legends and Valorant statistically
Yeah,
have
actually,
higher.
League of Legends.
I'm saying up
League.
there. I'm saying like off of a little bit of statistics. Rocket League is still up there, and that's a game that you don't see people using. Keyboard
No,
and
that's
mouse.
fair. That is a fair point.
But-
However, that's like 1 out of what 50.
Yeah, no, that I would say
I
that
guess
that's
we
kind
should
of an
look it up,
extraneous.
honestly.
But I agree, though. It's possible, and it's there. It's been proven.
But
that you
even
can,
so,
but
they're not running it on an Xbox.
Would you say that? I don't know.
I might agree with that. Actually.
Your saying of like playing, like getting into gaming requires you to be very competitive.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does the competitiveness really matter if we're talking about accessibility into gaming?
No, this is what
Because
I'm
like,
saying. That's
super
what I'm
into
saying.
gaming, and I've
Xbox
only
is
played Xbox before. And I
no,
guess, I don't know.
absolutely. But
Huh?
you were introduced to it on an Xbox.
I know.
Yeah, no, I guess. I mean, I played PC on my with my dad and stuff, and I've just never. I guess, I mean, maybe it's the type of person I am. I don't like the keyboard and mouse thing.
Well,
I
so
will, but like it's not preferable.
let me ask this: going back to the very beginning of where we started this conversation, the rise of thank you, Aiden, for bringing me back. The rise of
got there,
multiplayer gaming.
It's fine.
The rise of multiplayer gaming. Where is it coming from? Is it coming from PC or is it coming from console? Let me ask that.
I think it's coming from PC because the higher end PCs have been around longer.
But
Like World of Warcrafts and the RuneScape.
I'm saying the rise we're seeing today.
Oh,
Are you
100%
going to
consoles.
see a 6-year-old kid playing on a high-end PC, or are you going to see them play on an
From
Xbox?
today? 100% from consoles, simply because of accessibility.
That's what I'm saying.
'Cause
Exactly.
If
They
you're buying
are
it
more
for a kid,
accessible.
a console's always the way to go. If your parent's not like a nerd.
Yeah, no, I would say the computer.
Or Nintendo.
Yeah, unless your parent's a nerd, the computer, it just doesn't mesh well with kids in the first place, like younger kids, because, like, I don't know, it's more complicated. It's legitimate things. It's like fragile parts you don't want to break. With an Xbox, it's the Xbox, the TV, and your controller and your headset. Which one are you gonna break first?
Yeah, no, all four.
All four at once.
I mean,
but
Uh,
yeah.
To keep it fully real, I mean, I kind of wanted to get into talking about LAN play.
No, we need to. We need to talk about couch play and LAN.
That meme of the CS LAN party, with the guy duct
God.
taped to the ceiling.
Yes!
I wish I were around in those times. Like,
my
seriously,
Lord.
to experience the beginning of like multiplayer gaming, I wish I was around then.
I think I caught I wouldn't say I caught the end of it. I would say I
mean-
caught a piece of it.
My father caught it, and like he was
Yeah,
fully into it.
I know.
Like,
Yeah, his like age group and everything. That's like when it was
that
happening.
is the thing.
I
Like,
caught a tiny piece of it because, again, in Georgia, I was hanging out with my friends, and we would bring our laptops over together, and we would play games together. We would play like Minecraft right there as a LAN party. We would play Terraria. We would play Terraria as a LAN party right there, and we even played Halo.
Terraria
We
and
played.
Minecraft LAN parties.
We played Combat Evolved together as a LAN party. Okay, pirated, but don't say anything.
Okay, yeah. Aiden, what are some of your stories?
Oh my lord. Okay, first of all, just to start it up.
I can tell he's very excited.
Yeah, no, he's
Terraria, big thing. Me and Charlie, my roommate, would play Terraria Mobile forever. We got so
That's what I played too, and it was all LAN.
You could only do LAN. We got so far into Terraria Mobile whenever I went over to his house. Like I had a like for mobile LAN and not playing it very often. I had a cutlass and we did multiple pirate invasions.
Yeah,
we used
there
to
you go.
we used to farm the event boss Lepus because
Oh my god, the bunny.
Lepus,
The bunny.
Dude, and
Lepus would drop the spawn egg for Lepus, so you could just fight it over and over and over again.
But why?
I mean, that's generally how.
does.
But I mean, that's generally how Terraria bosses work anyway. It's like they're gonna drop their spawns,
And
but
this is even better. My experience with LAN parties is the fact that we used to play Minecraft Pocket Edition.
oh yeah, Minecraft.
Whoa,
I never
damn.
played Pocket Edition
I
much,
never
but
played
Minecraft.
Pocket
Just
Edition, but,
multiplayer in
like-
general. We used to play Minecraft. Me and Charlie used to play Minecraft Pocket Edition. I had my big ass Samsung tablet that ran like a potato, and him on his little iPod, and we would literally use our house phones, like landline phones, to call each other in order to talk with each other while we were
You
playing.
That's
used
funny as shit.
landlines?
Landlines.
Holy
Wow, that's-
To
shit!
talk
insane.
with each other. This was when I was like 10.
Yeah, we did. We caught like the very, very end of that kind
We
of thing.
did. I mean, I remember. Oh my gosh, I got an iPod when I was like 11, 12. Like it was a shitty old thing, and I downloaded the only games I could from the App Store at the time because it was so old. The App Store wasn't updating apps for it anymore.
Yeah, me too.
Um,
Me too. I had the same thing. Literally, iPod that was too old to update the App Store.
Like I,
What the
I
fuck?
I would download old games that were good enough to run on there, and I would sit there with my brothers, and we'd pass around the phone and play it together. Like shit, like that stuff. And legitimately, like that was our version of LAN parties. But I can't even imagine bringing your old junky, like, or not junky at the time, high end, yeah,
Like a shitty, like a high end gateway PC
and then
coming
you
in.
just like plop it down there, and you guys like we're sitting like we do right now. We're just playing together.
Oh my
Like,
god. No, all right. Which one of us would be duct taped to the ceiling?
Ethan.
I'd be the only one who
No.
possibly could be.
Yeah, really.
No, but seriously though, Aiden came in when we were playing Destiny, getting really into Destiny. That shit made it so much better. Like
Him being in the room. Yeah.
him being in the room made that so much better.
Yeah. Yeah, that's valid.
We still
But-
need to do that.
Yeah.
We need to beat Witch Queen.
Yeah, but like it was, I would say it's kind of sad to see the death of like LAN parties and couch play because
It makes me
everything's
sad.
online now. Everything's
No,
online now.
seriously.
Oh my god, the death of couch play. That's such a. That's
That one
another,
hurts.
That's
That's-
another topic completely that we could probably
Dude,
do next
And
week.
that also
but
hurts because kids are going to be growing up without like their parents playing.
No, I
with
literally
them on the
all
couch.
there
I
is
remember-
Mario Kart and like Super Smash Bros.
one
now.
of my favorite memories of going over to my uncle's house down in Georgia. Like this is when we weren't living there. We would visit for like 4th of July and stuff. And one of the things we would do is this. I have a big Italian family, so the Sappan areas we'd all get together for 4th of July and hang out. And one of the things we would do is we would take a projector and project like Black Ops up onto the screen for person. And it was
That's
one.
fucking
It
awesome.
was one of the most fun things ever. Oh my god, that is like a core memory for me. Is like getting my ass handed to me because I'm like a 12-year-old
Oh,
kid
yeah.
or like a 8-year-old kid, like playing COD with a bunch of grown-ups. Oh,
Seriously,
it was so cool.
that type of stuff was really, oh my god, like beating the absolute living hell out of my brother in Smash. Like, oh, there was never a finer joy in my life.
Yeah, like we
For me, it
like
was Mario
brawl.
Kart.
Oh,
like legitimately
Kart.
getting competitive in single player games with my brothers. I mean, that just kind of didn't go anywhere. Like we'd be like, I'm this level, and you're like, cool. But like,
I'm 112% at home.
but if we were like,
so will I.
yeah, we're like going through, and we're just like, if we are playing right next to each other, playing the same game, we are absolutely head-to-head combat type stuff. Like,
Oh yeah.
oh
Hey,
my
hey!
lord.
Stop screen peeking. Don't screen peek.
no, seriously, damn, holy shit,
Dude, you just
Bro.
unlocked a memory.
So, did you ever do this with your sister?
Not entirely. I really only was the only one in my family.
The guy.
who
Wow,
played.
really?
No, I can't remember. It's fine. Well, I'll probably catch it in a bit.
No, but like Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
Oh my
me
God.
And my fucking family.
Me and my
Holy
family
shit.
kicked ass at that game. It was so much fun. It was like me and my older sister, or me and my little sister. I remember there being an earthquake when we were living in Virginia while we were playing. It was like a tiny earthquake, but it was like while we were playing the Lego Star Wars Complete Saga, and our TV was shaking. And we're like, "What's going on?"
My
It was
God.
fun as hell.
So,
Oh
Ethan,
my
what
God.
were you gonna say?
Well, my most recent, like, I didn't play with my sister much, but I mean, actually, no, we played a ton of Mario Kart and stuff like that. And like me and my sister were really close, like my entire childhood. So we'd go outside and like pretend we were like fucking in Lord
Bro,
of the Rings
all
or
I'm
something
saying-
stupid.
The
Um,
playground role play as a kid went hard as hell.
Oh yeah, no,
like,
we did.
I was really into Lord of the Rings at the time, and my
Good.
sister would be because I guess I was like older, and so she just looked up to me. She'd be into whatever I was in at the time,
That's
and
cute.
so we like made up like we had a huge river that flew through the back, and so I made like Rivendell, and like we would like play through and just like oh god, there's so many memories.
Damn,
But like
that's sick.
the biggest thing was, at least my sister recently was sitting down, and I mentioned this a couple times, is playing The Quarry, which came
Yeah.
out,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
which has, oh my god, like we played through that entire game for like 2 hours at a time, and I would hold the controller because she was too scared to like do anything, but she would make all the decisions with me and be like, all right, well, like a decision would come up of like go left, go right, and we only killed. No, we killed a lot of people. Never mind. There's
no
there's
death
an entire
route?
section like, oh my god. I mean, that game's been out. Do you guys mind spoilers?
No,
No, it's been out
Right.
forever.
It's been out.
Spoilers.
Spoiler.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, get off. There you go. There's a section where you get into the family's house of this game, and there's like this grandma. Or like the older woman of this family, like basically is the first person to confront, and you have a shotgun, and she literally is like back and forth, and in the moment I went, what if I don't like? What if she's not that bad? Like, what if she's not a bad guy? You know what? I'm too scared. I can't like because I liked the character I was playing. I was like, Stella, we're just gonna, and I held the button of like pull it back to yourself, and she literally pulls it back, aims, fire, and it just blows, and I was like, bro, my sister just screams, and I was like, and I looked back, I went back, and it's the correct thing to give the grandma the shotgun, because she almost shoots you, and then a different guy comes in, and it changes the playthrough.
Wow.
But I was like, literally, like, that is the one part I remember being like, oh my god. But, like, that's such a moment that, like,
You guys are going to remember it.
It was so, like, fantastic. Like, that game's fantastic.
I love
especially horror
couch
games
play.
playing
I
with people.
miss couch play like nothing
That
else.
game has perfect couch play, too.
I know it literally
play off
designed
the
a
characters and
systems.
stuff.
It designed a system for couch play.
Yeah.
which is something no other game does.
You start the playthrough and you type in the player that is gonna be, because it swaps between, like, I think like 7 camp counselors, and whenever a new counselor comes up, it says their name at the bottom and then says wherever they are. And for couch play, it literally says like Adam and then a name after it, whoever was that you get typed into the thing. So you would swap immediately. In
That's
that
actually
cutscene to
That's
that
That's
really
sick.
sick.
and it's
That's
like
cool.
really cool. I haven't been able to do it. We almost did it at one of our friends' houses.
I will say it's not like it's just a decrease. I would say it's not like a lack of multiplayer games, although it's starting to be like a lack of couch play games, because there's still things like Gang Beasts. There's still things like, can you play Gang Beasts couch
Yes.
play?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
There's things like Gang Beasts.
There's a couple of party games as well.
There's a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
all
things
party
that have
games.
local
Yeah,
play.
honestly,
There's a lot of games that still have local
it's
play.
sad.
There
that
are a
it's-
lot.
It's not like anything other than party games.
Yeah, it needs. I think it needs to be more. Like The Quarry is a great example of like.
How that stuff could work perfectly.
Yeah, that's
Also,
awesome.
As much as I love this conversation,
Yeah, we
we're all
do.
running a little bit long, so I figured we'd jump right into nerdy news to wrap it all up. And I think the biggest thing out of all of this is going to be E3 being canceled, perhaps indefinitely.
Yep.
Should be, but that's
Well, I mean, like the whole purpose of it was a game showcase,
Mhm.
and now no big companies are there to showcase their games, so they have no funding, so there's no.
Which
reason
is
for
like-
It
it
was like a meet and greet for like creators.
It once was,
For,
yeah.
I mean, for a lot of, I would say, I guess, but not even really big creators. It's
No.
exactly like PAX. Like a lot of people for COVID just ditched, and we're like, so we're not taking that risk.
I will say, from what I was hearing from what Justin was saying, our friend, and what you were saying, PAX was once big showcases as
Oh
well.
no,
with
it was like huge
I mean,
stuff.
like
Before I
huge
was
showcases with big
ever
companies.
in this area, I was watching Jacksepticeye, and I can remember him vividly being like, "Okay, yeah, guys, I have pre-recorded videos because I'm gonna be gone to PAX East."
Oh yeah, I
this
remember those
weekend."
videos for like
I
Mark and
went
stuff
to
too.
two
Yeah,
of
exactly.
his panels.
That's
And they were pretty
sick.
cool.
I just wish.
I'm so sad Jack and Mark ditched.
They may be there next year or the year
Oh,
after that.
Yeah, I'm sure the reason Mark isn't is because he's
filming
doing
a
a
movie.
I mean, but at the other end, it's like a lot of creators are just choosing not to go to showcases unless they perfectly fit their schedule. Because I mean, these people,
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah,
it's
that's
their,
totally fair.
their job to get content out, and if you can't just like kind of throw away a couple weekends,
I will say though, I actually somewhat kind of appreciate the switch in focus at PAX that I saw, because what I was noticing was like, yeah, we're missing the big companies, but now we have a lot more indie developers like really right there, like that you can talk to,
And that was
like
sick.
even like the tech companies are still there, like showing off their stuff, like HyperX and stuff, and Azorius, like they're still there, and there's still
Intel.
big things. Intel was still there. We missed Final Fantasy. Like
yeah,
big things are still there,
blazing
but
sales.
but they're-
That's another joke. But.
like
Brother.
yeah, don't him. But like seeing that the indie development like floor was like right in the middle of everything, and you could just go over and talk to people was sick. I know there was a lot of space that was unused. I noticed at PAX.
And that felt sad, but at the same time, I mean, they're trying to get their footing.
Yeah,
back,
they're
and I
trying to
really,
get it back.
I mean,
Also, I
think they're doing a
appreciated that open space, by the way.
Oh yeah,
You
no,
guys-
yeah.
3 years ago, it was like you would have to squeeze through people because that entire like back right corner that was empty was like, it was literally like you were in the middle of downtown like New York, and it was just like it was like the busiest hour of the day, and it was like scooching in between people. There's like
See,
4 people in front of every booth. It
I
was
can't
like,
talk about this because it has to do with Ireland.
No, you're not allowed to talk about this.
Okay, but I will say though, as much I think they really did get their footing this year.
Yeah,
And
I think they're
a
coming
lot
back.
of people in retrospect. I think they may have even like a negative review overall from people who have visited in the past. They're trying their best. We
I agree.
had an amazing time. We three people, like us three here, with the exclusion of Ethan, have never been.
We've never been.
We've never been before, and we absolutely loved it.
I still had an amazing time there. It was great because
bought a lot
like
of
Friday,
a lot of
we bought a lot of magic, but Friday was like our getting our own footing, and then I think the 2-day format was awesome. Friday was getting our footing, and then Saturday was like really getting into talking to people.
do stuff.
It was cool, like talking to Alex at Pixelcast and
Yeah.
with Gunrunner, and like talking to the Shot One devs was cool.
That was sick as hell. But moving on, we're just gonna quickly go through some releases. At least I am excited about, and I know a few other people are a little excited about this. But April game releases, the official release of Omega Strikers. It's a pretty popular game that's thrown around right now. That's officially coming out, even though it's already big and probably already blown over.
Is that the
a little
new
bit.
Yeah.
FPS game that's been making waves?
It's not FPS. It's honestly, yeah, just look it up. It's pretty unique. It's kind of like Shot One but bigger. And for me specifically, I'm very excited for Coffee Talk Episode 2. That's coming out.
What the hell?
It's really, really sick. Like, but Coffee Talk Episode 1, I liked quite a lot. Sadly, the dev has died, so this must be under a new team.
Oof.
So this
I don't know.
very interesting.
How much is this?
Also, Minecraft Legends. So the MOBA,
Justin has
Oh my
thoughts
God.
about this.
the MOBA Minecraft game. is
The
coming
League
out.
of Legends Minecraft? What?
Like, that is going to be either terrible or pretty good for a MOBA. I mean, I don't like MOBAs generally,
I
but
don't know what Microsoft's thinking with some of these decisions with Minecraft, but
they want money. That's
they
what
want money, but
and
like,
they see, oh my God, let's make Minecraft Legends esports. Like, that's honestly what they're thinking.
we should eventually talk about either the rise and or potential fall of
Omega Strikers is
esports.
coming out.
Oh,
We should talk. We have that. We need to have that for an
And-
episode. About
and one
esports
final
on
thing,
Buzz.
I think a lot of us are excited for: Jedi Survivor.
Yes.
Which will be really sick, beautiful game, and it's going to be Dark Souls-esque, just like the first game was. So
I actually bought Fallen Order on my PC. I don't know. I haven't tried running it yet. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, it's
I
sick.
do want to play it like before Survivor comes out.
but yeah,
But, yeah.
I think that'll probably wrap it up. Any extra comments? Anything we want to talk about?
No, I'm set.
We need
I
to
don't
do
think
it. We need to do a rise and fall of esports episode. So be on the lookout for that potentially. Who knows?
Absolutely,
Yes,
absolutely.
no, that's gonna be on the list.
Okay. Well, beautiful people, thank you guys so much for coming and watching.
Yes, we really appreciate you guys.
Okay, we love you all so much, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.